What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is NFL Weekly Throwdown, Wild Card Weekend. Vinny, you've been doing an awesome job, 55.2%. Here we go. We're breaking it down. I've done like whatever that is, 221 games, 54% clip on average across spreads and totals, plus 890 if you bet $100 a game. Vinny's plus 510 at 55%, a much smaller sample size, but he's killing it. He's a little better percentage. So what do you want from us, folks? We're trying our best. But let's jump into it, Vinny. We have 6 games this weekend. Obviously, you've got the Ravens and the Niners sitting on the bench, watching and seeing what happens. All right, now, here comes the breathtaking point in the show for me. And I almost just want to sign off and let Vinny go because, first of all, if you're not familiar with me or my Lions fandom, Matthew Stafford is probably my favorite. Well, he's definitely my favorite Lions quarterback in the history of the franchise. I love him. But that dude is a class act who's done nothing. He came to the Lions, the worst franchise in the NFL at the time, and for most of his career there was the worst franchise in the NFL. He never complained. He never bitched. He never blamed anybody else for anything. All he did was come out, play injured, man's gamed it up. He's a warrior. I loved it. And when he got traded to the Rams, and everybody, whether you admit it or not, they traded a Jared Goff, who was a throwaway in that trade, for 19 draft picks and Jared Goff. And the giveaway was Matthew Stafford. And I was like, I hope Stafford goes and wins with the Rams. He wins the Super Bowl with them. Everybody's a winner because next thing you know, the Lions are stacking up a team. The best trade in NFL history in my lifetime, where both teams got a major piece of that. I love Stafford. This is a tearjerker for me, but I want the Lions to fucking kill him. That's where I'm at. Stafford, sorry. I know he has no fucking clue who I am, but I do have a mad respect for Matthew Stafford. And I guess if anybody's going to beat us, maybe it makes it a little easier, but probably not because the Lions haven't won a playoff game since the early 90s. So fuck off anybody who thinks, oh, my team has only won 7 Super Bowls since whatever. Go fuck yourself. If you're a Lions fan, or the only people I'll listen to on that shit is the Browns. Browns fans can bitch. But here we come. Lions -3 at home. And by the way, they should have been 13-4 with the number 2 seed, but fuck Dallas. This is gonna get demonetized, this one, because I get so emotional over this, but this is my team, babe. And we'll get to your team next, but 51.5, Lions -3. Where'd you come out on this? Because I'll be honest. Well, just go ahead. I want to hear your
I think the Lions are gonna cover. The Rams have been playing good, but I think this is just kind of the way the NFC ended up being this year. I don't think their last few games when they went on this little run have been very good. I mean, they've basically, the only playoff team they beat was the Browns. They're like 1-6 this season against playoff teams. The only team they beat was the Browns the week that they called Joe Flacco in, like a day before the game,
and had to get somebody.
Yeah, so like that's literally the only playoff team they've beat. They've gotten destroyed by pretty much every other playoff team. I mean, yes, they played the Ravens tough like 4 weeks ago. Fine, like I'll give you that. But like their last 3 wins have come against the last 4 wins have come against the Commanders, who everybody beat, the Saints, who were underperformed all year, the Giants by 1 point. Giants are not very good. And then they just beat the San Francisco second string unit by a point. If Detroit plays their game, this is much more than a 3-point game. I feel like this spread is a lot to do with the Rams offense as of recent. But if Detroit plays their game like they've played all year, this isn't a game. I think they run over them.
Small footnotes as a Lions fan. Sam Laporta, the all-world rookie tight end, is out. Sprained MCL or whatever. He's hopefully only going to miss 1 week if we win. But Aiden Hutchinson, our defensive end, #1 pick overall last year from Michigan, is playing at a Pro Bowl level at this point. He was late to the party this year. He's got 5 or 6 sacks the last 2 weeks. The Lions are healthy, the healthiest they've been besides Laporta all year. Their defensive line is finally playing like they should because they're finally all together. Our offensive line is elite. Jared Goff is good when he's got elite weapons around him. But Matthew Stafford I compare him to Brett Favre, and I'm not saying he's better or worse than Brett Favre, but he is a gunslinger, and you live and die with the gunslinger. And when the gunslinger is hot and firing off bullets, get the fuck out of here with that, because that dude can beat anybody or lose to anybody on any given day. And that's why I have no confidence in this game either direction. I wouldn't be surprised. I will guarantee you one thing. I'm gonna be sweating bullets on my 15th beer Sunday night, pacing around the room like a fucking maniac, because this game means the world to me. And dude, I don't know. I do think my numbers, which I'm ignoring. I wouldn't bet this game if my life depended on it. I have 26-23 Detroit, which is exactly this point spread.
Yep.
Maybe an underplay if you want to get cute, but I wouldn't bet this thing. Are you betting it?
Yeah, I'm gonna play Detroit the cover. I
think that's realistic.
I just feel like the Rams have struggled against good teams. Like their losses this year, like they have allowed good teams to put up points on them. And I'm
gonna tell you, dude, if you see if the Lions win, and I'm telling you, it's been since I want to say either 91 or 94, and I should know this. They haven't won a fucking playoff game in that long, dude. 30 years. That team, that town, that community I grew up in, they need it. This team needs it. Dan Campbell's a fucking beast.
If they win, they probably get their rematch. They get their revenge game against Dallas if they win. So,
yep. And it could work out that they go to the second round and play Tampa too, by the way, which there's a path for the Lions to get to the Super Bowl halfway realistically. And if that happens, dude, I will be on here. I'll just do live streams of me crying in a beer. You have no idea what it means to be 45 years old and never see a good team in your lifetime.
I don't.
And then
have
this.
Don't. Unfortunately, I've had a pretty good. I've had pretty good luck with my teams.
It's really incredible. Well, I was spoiled as a kid with the Tigers were good when I was a little kid. The Pistons were good when I was a little kid. The Red Wings were the best team in the NHL for a long time. The Lions have been shit my whole life. This is the best team they've ever had in football. I'm a football fan, so this is it.
Yeah.
If they lose this game, I'll be devastated.
I would be pretty devastated too if they lost.
Yeah, man, they deserve it. Dan Campbell deserves it. These people that are running this show, they're good-hearted people, man. I don't know them personally, obviously, but I feel like they're on the right path. They're doing all the right things.
Yep.
I love it. I'm rooting for this team. I realize they're probably not Super Bowl ready this year, but fuck it, who knows, man?